Hello there, and welcome to the very first episode of Mystery Box Mondays. As I'm sure you're wondering, what exactly is a Mystery Box Monday? Well, in front of me, I have a box of iPhones, 22 of them to be exact, various models of iPhone 4 and iPhone 4S. So, what I'm going to try to do is start this new series called Mystery Box Mondays, where every Monday I pick a random one of these phones and we plug it in and see if it works or not and if there's anything special about it. So some of these I don't think work, but most of them do. If we pull one that does not work at all, then we'll go for another one. And we've got 22 of these, so let's see how this goes. Let's start off with the first one. Pick a number between 1 and 22.
It's
19. All right, so we're going to count from left to right. 19. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. This is the one. Here we go. This is a white. Oh, I have sticky notes on the back that usually give some clues about what's special about each device. We're not going to look at those. We're just going to see if it comes on. Okay, we've got the modern Apple logo here. So this could potentially be an iPhone 4 running iOS 7 or an iPhone 4S running iOS 7, 8, or 9. We'll give this a second to boot up because I'm sure it's going to take a while. And once it does, we'll check it out. All right, here we are. We have iOS 7. You can tell because the passbook icon only has 3 rows. In iOS 8, that became 4. So if it has 3 rows, you know that's iOS 7. This does not have much on it. Let's see if we can figure out what model iPhone this is. 7.0.3. This is a 64 gigabyte model, so this has to be an iPhone 4S. So this is pretty cool. I think this is somewhat rare to have a 7.0.3 iPhone 4S, or really any iPhone on that version, just because it's not the first version of iOS 7 and it's not the last. So, and to get a 64 gig model is pretty sweet as well. So the iPhone 4S, as I'm sure most of you know, launched in 2011. And some of the notable features for the 4S were the introduction of Siri, as well as the first iPhone to feature a dual-core processor. This had the dual-core A5 chip, which was quite a bit better than the iPhone 4 that it replaced. It had an improved camera. This was the first iPhone to feature an 8 megapixel rear camera, as you can see in my notes there. But that would be cheating if we looked at that. So the iPhone 4S was a pretty big improvement internally. This iPhone was shipped with iOS 5 and would go on to receive updates in iOS 6, 7, 8, and 9. So at the time, it was the most updated iPhone ever, and it remained that way until the iPhone 5S surpassed it, gaining an additional year of updates. But nonetheless, the 4S was a solid device, which a lot of people used. It was sold all the way through 2012 and even later in some specific markets. And a lot of people had one. I'm sure some of you guys watching this video had an iPhone 4S, and I'd imagine it treated you pretty well. A cool thing about the iPhone 4S is you can undo these screws here at the bottom, and the back cover just slides off and you can access the battery. It's probably the easiest battery replacement of any iPhones ever. All you need is to remove these 2 screws, and then there's just 1 or 2 screws holding in a bracket on the inside, and then boom, new battery. You could also replace the rear with a clear back so you could actually see the internals, which was pretty neat. The iPhone 4 and 4S were the only models to do that. So that's been a look here at the first ever episode of Mystery Box Mondays. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned next week. We're going to do this again, and we'll see what other interesting stuff we can get in here. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.